I remember the weight of him first. Not his face. Not his voice. Just the weight. Crushing. Suffocating. Unmovable. I could not scream. I could not breathe. I was 16. When he was done, I stared at the thatched roof above me, my body burning, my soul breaking. I did not cry. Because in our village, crying solved nothing. I thought of my mother, of the way she always told me, a woman must endure. I thought of my father, of how he had given me away as if I were cattle. I thought of Mbuso, the man who now called himself my husband, the man who had just stolen everything from me. He lay beside me, breathing heavily, his skin thick with beer and sweat. He did not speak. Because to him, this was nothing. A duty. A right. A law. For me, it was the moment I stopped being Nolwazi and became someone else. Something else. The next morning, I woke to the sound of women outside the hut. They were singing. Praises for my father. Praises for Mbuso. Praises for the ancestors who had blessed our union. I lay there, staring at the dirt floor, my body aching. I was now a wife. I was supposed to be proud. Instead, I felt empty. My mother came in, carrying a bowl of water. She did not meet my eyes as she placed it beside me. Wash yourself, she said. The women are waiting. I wanted to ask her, did it happen to you too? I wanted to scream, why did you let this happen to me? But I already knew the answer. Because when she turned to leave, I saw it in her eyes. The same emptiness. The same silence. A woman must endure. Days passed. I did as a wife should do. I cooked. I cleaned. I obeyed. I endured. Mbuso would come to me at night, and I would let him. Because what choice did I have? The first time I tried to resist, he laughed. The second time, he hit me. After that, I stopped trying. I learned how to make my body still, how to disappear inside myself, how to count the breaths until it was over. And still, the village women smiled at me. Your husband is a strong man, they said. You will give him many sons. Sons. The only thing that made a woman worthy. I prayed I would never have them. I prayed I would never bring a child into this world only for them to suffer as I had. But the ancestors do not listen to the prayers of women. And soon, my belly began to swell. The child was never meant to live. I knew it the moment I felt the pain, sharp and unforgiving. I was alone in the hut when it happened, kneeling on the ground, my hands pressed against my stomach. I gasped as I felt the warm rush between my legs. Blood. Too much blood. I did not cry. I did not call for help. I only lay down and closed my eyes, waiting for the ancestors to take me too. But morning came. And I was still alive. Mbuso did not mourn the child. There will be more, he said. My father did not mourn. A woman's body is made to carry, he said. Only my mother looked at me differently. That night, she sat beside me and whispered, you are lucky. Lucky. Because now, for a little while, I belong to myself again. I do not know when the anger replaced the fear. Maybe it was the night I heard my father speaking to another man, offering my younger sister to him the way he had offered me to Mbuso. Maybe it was the morning Mbuso told me he was taking another wife, because I had not yet given him a son. Maybe it was always there, waiting for me to be ready. But when it came, it swallowed me whole. I decided to run. I had heard stories of women who had done it before, women who disappeared into the mountains, who found freedom beyond the rivers where no man could claim them. I did not tell my mother. I did not tell anyone. I waited until the night was quiet, until the fires were low, until Mbuso was deep in his drunken sleep. Then, I ran. Barefoot. breathless, desperate. I did not look back. But the past has a way of chasing you. And before I could reach the trees, I heard it. A voice. Where are you going, wife? Buso. And behind him, my father. Because a daughter running brought shame to her family. And shame had to be punished. They dragged me back, my feet scraping against the dirt, my breath coming in sobs. I did not beg. What was the point? I already knew my punishment. It would not be quick. Buso lifted his spear. My father did nothing. The village gathered. They would watch. Because a woman who ran deserved to be made an example of. I closed my eyes. And then. A scream. Not mine. Not Buso's. A different voice. A voice I knew. No. I opened my eyes to see my mother standing there, arms outstretched, her body between me and the spear. Her face was set. Her hands did not shake. She looked at my father, and for the first time in my life I saw fear in his eyes. Enough, she said. And just like that, everything stopped. That night, my mother and I left. Not just us. Others. Women who had suffered in silence. Women who had lost daughters, sisters, mothers. Women who had seen what had been done to me and could no longer pretend. We walked into the mountains, into the darkness, into the unknown. Some say we did not survive. Some say we became spirits, ghosts, curses whispered in the night. But others tell a different story. They say that when a girl cries alone in the night, a hand reaches for her in the dark, pulling her away. They say that when a man raises his fist, a shadow stands behind him, watching. They say that somewhere, beyond the rivers, beyond the reach of men, women are free. And they are waiting.